Alright, we're about to finish Divine Right. He wants to buy my Niter for 7 gold. That's absolutely not worth it. I don't know why I would ever take that deal. Reconsider your entire life, Pedro. The only reason I'm going to let Pedro settle here is if I think his capital is going to fall and I want to keep him in the game. So that I can continue to generate tourism pressure against him. Right, there's monarchy. Let's go ahead and switch our government to monarchy. This is going to give us +1 housing per level of walls. We are going to keep limes in. We're going to get rid of autocratic legacy. We're going to get rid of this. We're going to keep Limitanier. And we are going to grab unit maintenance or retainers. I think we're going to go for unit maintenance. Retainers could be better. We are going to grab... None of these seem particularly great to me. I could get this for faster wonder building. We are building a couple of wonders right now, so this would be probably worth it. +1 production is pretty worth it, I still think, but I would rather have serfdom. And I think I want to get Praetorium for the loyalty. Although I'm not having loyalty issues right now, so I think getting the extra influence could be pretty good. Destiny Live by... Wow, Morbus. Wow. You just up and leave that easily, eh? I don't blame you. Destiny's probably a better streamer than me. Right, so... We're going to unlock our Umbanzas now, because these are really, really good. They give you food and gold, and they're cheaper to build. They're available earlier, which is, you know, another compounding benefit. Let's go ahead and start building walls in here. We're going to put a mine here. That'll give this city an extra production to put it at those walls. We'll come here and chop. This city could use a chop as well, but just not going to happen likely. Unless I can purchase a builder in here. Where could I get a builder for this city in a reasonable amount of time? 5 turns in here. We'll finish the amphitheater and go for it. I said we'll finish the amphitheater and go for it. I don't mean this a bad way, but sometimes I think they can focus on ever smaller things instead of governors. I mean, like... How am I getting... Like, I think I've made my arguments for why I don't think I'm going to get more value about it promoting Pangea. And... in my opinion, the only governor that you ever get real value out of in the early to mid game is Magnus. And he's positioned exactly where he needs to be right now for me because I'm trying to produce the mausoleum. So, I mean, I don't see you... I don't see your... Like, yeah, sure. In my Mongolia game, I just basically ignored governors because my empire is massive. And the impact that governors have on a per city level when your empire is massive is minuscule. So I was just like, I'm not going to waste time micromanaging my governors because I have 40 cities. If I had like 8 cities or this number of cities, yeah, it's way more worth it to micromanage my governors. But my governors are doing basically what I want them to do. I'm not building any builders, so Liang doesn't need to be anywhere. So I'm just using him for loyalty and potato dumplings because without Liang being here, the city would be in negative loyalty because you can see this +8 is pretty much the only thing keeping it in positive loyalty. The same thing goes for here. Victor, this is my most vulnerable city, so he's providing combat bonuses here, and he's also providing +8 loyalty because without that +8 loyalty, again, this city would also be unloyal. Pangea is over here, established in this city, providing me with production or science and culture per turn. If I was moving him around, he would take 5 turns to establish, and then he would speed this up a little bit. He would take 5, like, sure, I would get a little bit of extra production out of it, but I would much more value getting the passive science and culture, and then having an extra governor title that I can feed into Reina, for example, who will immediately provide me with a very high value in terms of gold output. Magnus is over here doing production chops to get me the Mausoleum Halicarnassus. It just takes a little bit of time to build it all up. So, I mean, I respect your criticism, but in this particular situation, I don't see a better way that I could be spending my governors. Like, I have them exactly where I personally feel they are most efficient right now. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the intelligence agency. That is pretty much the best out of these 3, unless you're going for some sort of militaristic game, and then the other one is better. The one that gives you better combat strength on suzerain units is pretty awful and garbage, and you should never get it. This city definitely needs a builder, so I think it would be worth it to move Liang out of this city. However, it's not safe to move Liang out of this city. So instead of doing that, we're just going to slowly build medieval walls in here until we have the time to get a builder over to the city. Did you ever see that one episode where you drank coffee before playing? That was fast speaking. I mean, I can go a lot faster than I'm going right now. Like, I can go really, really fast. It's just like it's not necessary for me to go fast. We're in a pretty chill section of the game, so we can just kind of talk regularly. Yeah, there you go.
Every man should make his son learn some
Industrial zone
useful trade or
vacancy.
profession.
Oh my!
So
I think my
these
throat is starting
days
to go. I might
changing
I might call it early here. What sort of potato is Kongo? Oh, I forgot to rename it. What are we gonna call Kongo, guys? I think we had a name for it and then I forgot. Right, I want to get diplomatic service because it's about time in the game that we started getting spies. It seems like a reasonable thing to do. The governor title here, I think I'm gonna pick up Amani purely to use her as a loyalty, so I can move Liang around to start getting builder charges. Let's grab Amani. Now there could be an argument to be made to get a suzerainty of some of these city-states, but I don't really need any of these suzerainties right now. None of them provide amazing benefits for me, and I don't really have the envoys for it. But what I would really like to do is free up Liang so I can move her to a city that has decent production that I can produce a lot of builders out of. And I think the city that I want to do that is probably going to be either tater tots or hash browns, but for now I'm going to put her in pommes frites so that I can produce builders in here. And let's go ahead and make sure we have food and food. Well, it's not going to speed up how fast the city grows. I might purchase a builder in here too. I understand your arguments agreed, and in this game you're doing a great job by speaking a more general level because there's a lot of potential using governors even in tight games that is not used. Yeah, I definitely agree on that. I don't have perfect governor usage, but I think I have overall decent governor usage. So I want to chop here in 3 turns to get the maximum overflow into the mausoleum. You're going to hold there. We'll go to the next turn. For sure, like I definitely think there are instances where I use governors inefficiently, but I think right now I'm using governors to the best of my ability. So I absolutely respect your criticism and that it's totally valid in perhaps some of my other games, but I think right now I'm using governors about as efficiently as I can. Alright, so 2 more turns before we chop in here. There's lots of other more promotions than the theater square production boost. Yeah, I mean, there's also an opportunity cost. Like, if I invest into that, I can't uninvest into something else later. I'm not actually looking to do spreading here. I'm just using these guys to scout so I can find more cities to spy on. You still didn't rename Kongo. Did you guys give me a name? Rotten Potato, Gnochi, Tatty Scone? Alright, I'm going to call it... Is Gnochi? I don't even know what Gnochi is. They made from... You guys got to remind me of this stuff. I've got a lot of things to hold in my head when I'm playing here. Renaming cities is usually not one of my things, so I'm not thinking about it. Okay, there is... We can place lumber mills now if we want to, and that will be something we do at some point in the game, but not right now. And... Gnocchi? Okay, gnocchi. Gnocchi is pasta, but it can be made from potatoes, so it's good enough. Ancient walls have been completed here in sweet potatoes. Definitely want to start placing down some mbanzas. We want to make sure that we're not putting them somewhere where it's going to hurt our ability to build other stuff later in the game. But I'm thinking an mbanza right here is perfectly reasonable. It's not in the way of anything. We don't need to build it immediately, though. We're going to just place it everywhere that it becomes a reasonable choice. In fact, we're going to place an mbanza over here as well. And in fact, I think I will build this immediately in my capital, although I want to get that builder for the shop over here. We're going to wait 1 more turn before we chop in here. And unit needs orders. Continue. I wish I could auto-explore with these guys, but you can't, because for some reason Firaxis hates me. There's going to be some good potato pun city names. Well, Tater Thoughts is a good one. I can't think of a single one. It's been bugging me for the last hour. If you come up with a city name that would make me giggle, I will rename a city. Let's see. Amphitheater here. Right. We want to start getting our ancient walls, but we want to use our ancient walls efficiently. I think I will build a builder over here. I want to start doing wall chops. So there's a lot of forest here, so I think it's worth it to do it. I think I am going to also place the mbanza right there. Okay. But we won't build it quite yet. We've got a lot of other stuff we want to do. Yeah, I don't care. Just exploring. And we're going to chop here now, because even though it says 2 turns, this should be plenty of overflow. And then we'll get the mausoleum in 4 turns, which is perfect. Name a city that constantly flips. Hot potato. Oh, that's a good one. Hell yeah. Hot potato. Excellent work. I like how I made a request for a funny city name and you guys instantly delivered. I'm proud of you all. But especially Moz But Pirate, who suggested it. Hey Auntie, how's it going, buddy? Potato Hose? Okay, that's a good one too. We'll rename Potato Squash to Potatoes. Potatoes. There you go. Banning people who are criticizing you in a polite way, that is some kind of horrible. Right? I have to admit it's refreshing to see a streamer take criticism as well as you. Most people would just time out their banner to these kinds of comments. Well, I mean, why else would I have a chat unless I, like, from my perspective, like, chat is here. Like, when I'm watching a stream, I get mad when the streamer makes mistakes and I want them to listen to my feedback. So, as a creator, like, I'm more than happy to listen to feedback. I mean, if it gets to a certain... Madison Rain is now following. Like, if it got to a point where it was annoying or I'd ask someone to stop and they were still doing it, I would probably just give them a timeout and be like, look, dude, I've already asked you to stop. Please leave me alone. I'm just, like, not in the mood to deal with your criticism right now, whether or not it's valid. I think that's totally fair and reasonable, but, like, you know, it's because most people don't like backseat gamers. I don't understand that. I like having people talking to me in chat and, like, giving me advice and stuff. And I think it's a lot more fun for chat too, because they get to give suggestions. Like, people always give me suggestions. I don't know why people don't like it. I think there's certain backseat things that people do though that can be really annoying when your community gets to a certain size. Like, they'll just say dumb shit in chat, and people get tired of, like, sitting there and explaining why they're not doing something, and they just want to play the game their own way, which I think is totally fine. But I think it's also totally fine to just leave chat open for suggestions. Like, I'm more than happy. It's like, oh, that's a, like, if I'm playing a game a certain way and somebody's like, hey, by the way, you forgot to do X, which is really important to do, and that's going to, like, negatively impact my game, I'm more than happy to leave chat open for people to give me that kind of feedback. I'd also like to get a builder in here to be able to chop this, to get a wall chop. So we're going to get a builder in here. And then we completed the granary in Nyoki. I want a builder in here. It's going to take a hell of a long time to build a builder, so maybe we will skip out on the builder and instead just go straight for ancient walls to try to get that done. Oh, you know what we actually need to do? We need to place an Mbanza. And this is actually the only place we can really place it, so I'm going to put it there. This city lacks housing, so I think I'm going to go for ancient walls into, like, something else, but we'll leave it at ancient walls for now. I think my let's see, I agree, but some streamers will not tolerate criticism at all. San Francisco, that's incredible. Who are we going to rename here? This city's on the east coast, but this city's too cold, so we'll rename potato dumplings to San Francisco. I'm sorry if I'm renaming one of your cities, but it is a necessary evil. We have run out of cities to name. Do I want to chop here? You know what? I'd actually much rather do a wall chop here. My game is starting to get laggy. I'm actually going to save the game and reload here. To try to reduce the amount of UI lag I'm getting. This is what happens. The Civ just has this thing when you're using certain mods. It just starts to build up UI lag. Like, every time I click on something, it takes a bit of time. There's a new city. Did I forget about a new city? Whoops. The puns are strong with this chat. Why does Potato always seem so excited? Is it because there's suddenly happened something cool? Suddenly. You have to build a potato palace now. I will actually go for the potato palace. It would be a pretty good one to go for. I just need to figure out what the weavings are. I would much rather see if I could get the Forbidden City. I think that would be a pretty good wonder to get.
So vast and mysterious.
I need to start building some industrial zones so that I can crank out particular great people that I really want to be able to build the Eiffel Tower and Crystal Redentor in a reasonable amount of time. Mashville. That's a good one too. Nice.
Your people know the dense woods and rainforests as their homes. And
How much housing does the
glide
Mbanza give? The Mbanza gives 5 housing, 2 food, and 4 gold. So we will call this one. Wait, where's the new city? In Kondo. We will call this one Mashville. This is actually a reasonable deal for Niter. Other people wanted to give me a lot less. Ahoy! How's it going, Justy? Oh, you've been talking all along. I thought you were saying like hello. I don't know what ahoy means in that context. Right. I would like to get the +2 science in every science building because I have a couple of those. I'm gonna wait there. Another more city needs to be named Vodka. Tundra City. The vodka factory. Let's see. We're waiting for that wall to be a little bit more done. You're continuing to explore. Looks like there's a little bit of free land that nobody used over here. We are just about to get the mausoleum. And our builder is almost here to do the wall chop for the Colosseum, which will speed that up a bit. There's the mausoleum. That will give us better great engineers, which is something we definitely want to pick up. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to get Filipino Brutichelli, which is, you know, kind of sucks, but it is what it is. We just finished an Mbanza in here. We got another Apostle. It's a Persephalizer. Head down over here and explore. Could I get the Armory? I could also build the Spy. I could build Traders. Traders would be really good. Spies would be really good. Builders would be really good. I kind of want all 3 of these things. I could also build more Manzas if I wanted to go crazy. That could be fun. Just fill this city with Mbanzas. What do you think? I like that idea. Maybe not here, though. It's a wood chop. This could be an amazing farm triangle as well, so maybe not there. Make a super city. What do you call a potato that smokes weed? A baked potato. How'd your game reload so quickly? I feel like mine takes forever. It's because I have a really good computer and I have Civ loaded onto an SSD. Let's see. Can you head and explore over here? Theater Square has been completed in potato soup. Let's get started on ancient walls. We definitely need to start getting all these walls done. Admiral, get in the city and go to sleep. Exploring with these guys to find more cities. Ahoy is a greeting. Said hi to the other person who just came in. Ah, okay. I thought it was like avast. Ahoy. Bit of exploration. I wish there was like promotions for apostles for them to be like. There needs to be, as well as I think they need to do like an espionage expansion where you can send like hidden units to your enemies' cities and like pillage, but they can't be seen unless you have like a particular unit that like has to search for them, and it's like an extra layer of combat. I think they should add more layers of combat. I think that's what Civ really needs. It's like extra layers of shit that you need to pay attention to. Am I right, guys? All right. We're going to switch this city over to the ancient walls. That is 1 turn from being finished. Then we're going to chop here. I should have really moved Magnus over, but I completely forgot. It doesn't matter. It'll finish the Colosseum and the ancient walls in a single turn anyway. Where do I want to put Magnus? I think I'm going to keep Magnus over here because I would like to maybe build the forbidden... Oh, I think it can go here. I would like to maybe try to build the forbidden city in this place. Let's start putting production into the Renaissance walls. More micromanaging. Take any content, but yes. Micromanaging is fun. As long as it's not mandatory. Mandatory micromanaging is fucking ass cancer. What do you call a spinning potato? A rotato. Oh, dear Jesus. So there's the Colosseum. That is going to provide 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cities in range of that Colosseum, which is pretty tasty, actually. I gotta say. And it gives you... I forget what it gives you. Holy crap. I don't even know what the Colosseum does. I know it's good. +2 culture and +2 amenities. So that's actually gonna be really, really nice. Here we have this guy. Nope. No more relics for me. Armory and Banza. This is going to be a farm triangle. Let's get the spy, because it's really important. The earlier you get them, the more value they provide. Let's go ahead and get the... Oh, I could get an Angkor Wat, actually, if I got an aqueduct. We're going to go for the Angkor Wat. See if we can do it. Save your builder charges. You're waiting there. Keep exploring. There's the Great Barrier Reef. Very nice. Potato puns are appealing. Jesus Christ. Is there any cancer that's good for you? Probably not. You never know. I imagine like someday we're gonna figure out how cancer works and like help people grow new body parts and stuff using cancer. Right, there's mercenaries. Like a cancer that eats cancer. There you go. There's a beneficial cancer for you. We're picking up exploration purely for the plaster improvements, and then we're gonna go for colonialism into natural history. It's the next pathway. We want to get all our walls done in that time. So where's the Potala Palace? It is all the way up here at astronomy. We'll give it a go. We'll see if we can get it. There is some great art. We are going to create this great art, but we are going to look to sell it off. Go explore over here for me. Don't ruin it. The jokes works for anything you peel though. Like nanas or oranges. That's what I do best. Have we got a joke ruiner in chat? Are you a joke ruiner? Alright, go ahead and build your... Renaissance walls are appealing to me. And we have 3 thingies. I'd like to get this suzerainty back. Still exploring. Good job. Let's make sure we have open borders.
Potatoes!
Oh, Jesus.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew.
Captain Cuddlesworth, just subscribed. Thank you so much, Twitch Prime. Appreciate it, dude. Means a lot. We actually just hit 30 subscribers, which is incredible. Potato, what is your opinion on nuclear energy? I think nuclear energy is an incredibly clean form of energy production. It is the only form of energy production that does not spew its waste into the environment. Coal produces extreme amounts. Coal burning produces extreme amounts of radioactive waste that it pumps directly into the atmosphere in which we all breathe. Nuclear energy creates nuclear waste that's concentrated into barrels that we can bury under the ground that will never affect anyone. Gas burning also produces vast amounts of radioactive material that goes up into the atmosphere. Nuclear energy is the only energy type that is responsible about its waste. Okay, if you have a nuclear energy plant, 100% of its waste. Well, not 100%, but like most of its waste is capturable and storable for a future date. Coal, that exhaust all just goes into the atmosphere in the form of not only CO2, but also cancer-producing radioactive impurities in the coal. Solar energy also is better, but it also, during the manufacture of solar power plants, there's a lot of radioactive material and emissions that are exhausted into the atmosphere and so on and so forth. So coal, like, it's better, but it's obviously it still has its problems. But yeah, nuclear energy is the only energy source that actually is responsible about its waste, in my opinion. You can't change my mind unless you give me some unless you give me some evidence to the contrary. 4th year going in university, nice. I would like if I was the supreme dictator of Ireland, I would build us like 4 nuclear energy plants. I would build one every 10 years and then overlap them and retrofit them every 10 years so that we would only need 2 of them running to like hit our certain levels of energy needs. And then obviously I think like even hydroelectric, as great as it is, it has huge impacts on the environment. Nuclear energy, like there's enough energy in nuclear to get us to more renewable sources like solar and stuff like that. If you actually responsibly handle the waste, yeah. Well, I mean, again, even if a nuclear waste plant was literally like just throwing their waste into a hole right beside the nuclear power plant, that's still way better than a coal power plant shitting out fucking awful toxins into the atmosphere 24/7. Just saying, all right? I'm going to build an Ambanza here. We will get to work on that like so. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit hyperbolic there, but that's how I feel. So it looks like the Forbidden Palace has already been built, so that's unfortunate. Could I use this wall chop to get anything useful? Hydropower is pretty nice. Hydropower is pretty nice, however, it still has negative impacts on the environment that need to be kept in mind. I want this to be an industrial zone, so I'm going to put the Ambanza here, and I will probably chop it through the Renaissance walls, so we'll just do that right now, because it'll get it in 2 turns. It's a slightly inefficient chop, but it's fine. And then we'll overflow chop into this harbor. What do you think? What turn do you think you'll win this? I'm not sure yet. I'm not really generating a huge amount of tourism at the moment, and we didn't have like an amazingly smooth game, so it's probably going to be above 250 turns before we win this game. Our science is really, really weak. Our culture is really, really strong though, and it's getting stronger as we go. How many tourists do we have? We currently have 0.
Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stew. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em
Teddy
in a
just
stew.
subscribed. I'm not going to say the second half of your name. I'm sorry. This is not happening. But Teddy has just subscribed. Thank you so much. Sub hype. We're up to 31 subs now. I don't know how I feel about that name. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that name either. I mean, I know how I feel about that name. You know, it's a name. Alright, so let us chop here in the wall to get the Ambanza done quicker. We'll do that next turn. Then you're going to go here. Let's swap away. We're going to build medieval walls and do another chop overflow. You're going to continue to explore for me. Looks like they're building the Big Ben. That's fine. Problem with renewables is very high need for energy storage or load following power production. Yeah, and I mean, give us like 20 to 50 years and we'll have much better power storage options. Even something as simple as building giant water towers, right, where you pump water up to the top using energy that's like cheaply produced at night when consumption goes down, and then you can pump water up really, really high and then run that through turbines during the day. Like that can be a way to increase, that can be a way to sort of use physical energy as an electrical battery, right? Merchant Republic has just been unlocked, but we're going to be staying at Monarchy because it's a better government type for this, I think. Is it better to chop out of your forest or save some for lumber mills? In my opinion, it's better to chop them all out because it's worth a giant production packet of, like, this is worth 97 production, right? I could place a lumber mill here and I would get +2 production per turn. Sure enough, right, I would probably end up with 100 extra production by the end of the game, but there is a huge advantage of getting 100 production now. 100 production now is worth a lot more than 100 production in 100 turns. So we are going to chop for the Ambanza. That'll take it to 1 turn. That'll give the city the housing it needs to grow. So, right, I could build a lumber mill here and slowly build all the stuff I need, or I could chop for 100 production and get all the stuff I need really, really quickly and get the city developing faster, right? So that's, I just think that rather than spending the time to analyze really deeply, like, okay, is it worth chopping right now? Is this going to give me the best benefit for the cost that I input? I'm just going to go like, I'm just going to assume that because in the vast majority of situations, getting resources now is better than getting resources later. If I chop now, it's just better. And if not, I can just put lumber mills back there with conservation with builder charges later. Sure, it's a bit more expensive, but I am assuming based on experience that the production I get now will be worth the investment of production later, because production later is worth less than production now. Right? Thumbs up. Potato Soup has finished its ancient walls. Let's go ahead and get the medieval walls in here. Banza has been completed in here, so that's going to be more housing, which is really, really nice. Let's get the watermill at long last. I'd also like to build a theater square. What I'd really like to do is build an industrial zone in here, and this builder needs to get over there to do that. It's going to take you 4 turns to walk there, so I'll have to do something like the monument. Pump power plants. I don't want to change this. Watermill, then that. What do you call a stolen yam? A hot potato. Good God. Just keep exploring for me. Do a little bit of exploration. Unit needs orders. You're exploring for me. Alexander doesn't like you. Maybe he will come and take my wives. Probably. You never know. Finance equivalent, life lesson. Money now is always better than money later. Depends on what you depends on the returns that you can get on that money. Spy completed. We are going to start spying on somebody who has lots of money, and that's probably going to be Germany, but I don't want to piss off Germany because they're my ally. I also want to get an alliance with Rome. Resident embassy. Okay. Rome might become friendlier to me later. Make a deal. How much income do you have? Well, let's just look around. 360 gold from you, 320 from you, 88, 52, 110, yeah, Rome, 1,400 gold in Rome, let's do it. Alright, so we completed the spy in here. I can't build another spy. I would like to build more builders to be able to build up the farms in the city, so I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and build a builder in here, and I have a similar quote about weight on my t-shirt. I don't lose my virginity because I can't lose. Very good. Well done. You're a winner. I've never... Look, maybe this is the wrong avenue for this type of conversation, but I've never really liked the nomenclature losing it. Like, it's as if like, a lose to me is like losing value, whereas I don't look at it that way, personally speaking. I think it's like gaining value, personally. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Sure, we'll use you as a chaplain. That's one that we can actually keep around, and I'll go hang you out with my swordsman. Like, I'm not saying there's never a situation in which you don't want to chop, right? There's always a situation in which there's always going to exist situations where it's better to not chop, right? But you have to keep in mind that the production value of chopping goes up as the game goes on, whereas the production value of building a lumber mill stays fairly static. So you become soiled and are no longer pure. I mean, like, okay. Who decided that people are soiled? Like, I don't think so. I think that's like, who cares, man? Right. We want to do an ancient wall chop in here. So you're going to hang on there. We're waiting with you. I mean, I could probably be playing this a lot more efficiently, but I'm kind of just playing it casually efficiency, which means I'm getting things done. At Perudi's, where do you live?
You must not lose faith in humanity.
I think it's like silly that you become impure or something. Like, but it seems to only apply to humans, right? Nobody says, like, if a cow has a baby, or like, if you made a cow, nobody goes, oh my god, that cow is impure and unsoiled. Like, you know what I mean? It's only, like, about humans, so I don't really believe that it's about purity. I think it's more about control of people's sexuality, which is dumb. Hi, Potato, you're part of my daily routine now. Thank you so much, Lakesh. Actually, I need to check that I sent that video out earlier on YouTube. A new Hearts of Iron video. Yep, looks like it went out just fine. I'm probably going to play for another little bit of time. Thanks, folks. I appreciate it. Let me know. France declared war on Brazil. Alright, since France declared war on Brazil, I'm going to let Brazil settle in here now. Because I want to keep Brazil in the game, because every civilization that's in the game you generate tourism pressure against. So the more people that are in the game, the more tourism pressure I get. It's just a no-brainer. You know what I'm actually going to do in my capital? I don't think I need a builder just... Well, I finished that builder, but I really do need to trade with more civilizations. I also need more trade routes in general. Let's go ahead and keep exploring here. I got the notification this morning. Nice. The old thought is that if a woman has been taken or whatever, she doesn't have any value for her father to give away. Okay. What's Potato's favorite TV program? Star Trek. Oh my god. Jesus. We're gonna have to start banning potato puns in chat soon. Why would I ever accept your demands? Yeah, go settle there. That's right. Settle that city. I need you to stay alive. The X-Pack is... who's the best leader to choose for a science victory? I don't have the X-Pack. Probably... any of them, really? Can pull off a scientific victory. The base game is really exploitable when it comes to scientific victories. I love the demands as he's a city-state, right? You head back here. We're going to hold off on chopping there. You're a medic. Get over there. It's not what I meant to do. God, I hate this game sometimes. Chop here. That'll finish the Mbanza in one turn. We're going to take this tile. Build an Mbanza there. Who is the most powerful potato? Dark Tater. Jesus Christ. I don't know why it selected a completely different unit. Now there's a random unit walking all the way over here, which is totally fine, I suppose. Okay. What do you think about the leaked Vesuvius expansion? I think it's probably legitimate. I think it was probably intentionally released by a disgruntled developer who was upset that they weren't releasing enough information about the game for the fans. Should we take Debater? No. We're just going to take Orator and send these guys off to explore. Explorator, go. Mbanza has been finished in here. That's excellent. We are going to put a mine here, but very soon in the future, a lot of these mines are going to be retooled. I need to get campuses. I need to get campuses to improve my science income a lot. This is not the city you get a campus in, though, in my opinion. This city is for harbors and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and get the medieval... Well, let's get the watermill and the granary to go ahead and build up the city's population a little bit. Right, I'm pretty happy with those. I do want to build some libraries and universities soon, so that's something I'm going to be working on. Let's just get all these guys to fortify in here. Let's make sure we're blocking as many of the French units as possible from getting close to Brazil. I'm going to keep this little guy alive if we can. You're waiting there. And this is a trader that we're sending to Aachen. Aachen. That's not what I wanted to do with you. You. Put a farm there. Then you are going to wait. You are going to explore for me. Okay. Continue to explore. Go to the next turn. Why didn't the mother potato want her daughter to marry the famous newscaster? Because he was a commentator. Oh my god. Stop. just stop. You've gone too far. You've gone too far. Oh, I'm AFK for like 20 seconds. All right. Units need new orders. I guess you can't move. It really pisses me off when it says unit needs orders and they have like a quarter of a movement point but can't actually go anywhere. I don't know. This really pisses me off. I'd actually be really interested if somebody could figure out how to turn the religious unit system into a spy unit system. That would be cool. +1 movement can scale cliff walls. Okay. Yes, I will take that. In fact, all of these guys have promotions. Tortoise is like the best one to get alongside the movement one. Alright. Ready to chop here. This will become 200 production. It'll overflow into an Mbanza. The Mbanza is going to go here. Get the Mbanza in 11 turns. So what we really want to get to here is conservation. That's the tech we're trying to get to, because this will give us plus tourism from all of our walls. Chat, let's all spam puns now. No, I'll be banning every single one of you for every pun. So we want to chop here to get this industrial zone in 2 turns. Then we're going to chop out this wall. I think it's reasonable to chop here now. That'll finish the harbor in 1 turn. Get up over here and provide healing. You're going to put a farm here. Nice. Unit needs orders. Go this way. Let's see. Gold. We want to steal gold, but we want to gain sources first so that we operate at a higher level. You're going to continue to explore. We'll go to the next turn. What would happen if I told more puns, PotatoMcWhiskey? Nothing. I'm just joking about the banning thing. Hadn't heard of the Vesuvius leak until this chat just read up on it. Seems like it could be cool. It could be pretty cool. Yes, I would like to be friends, Germany. And in fact, I would like to be allies with you. I won't do puns. I am no tater. God damn it. I hate you all. Catherine has taken Manaus. Not Manaus. She has really scary units. I could liberate it. What would I get if I liberate it? You're on your own, Brazil. Sorry, buddy. It's a really good campus location, so we're going to chop there, obviously. What do you call a person who spends a lot of time sitting and looking at potatoes? A meditator. What do the potatoes say to the chef? Please, I don't want to be decapitated. For the love of Jesus Christ himself, chat. I'm running out of patience. I didn't have any to begin with, but I've definitely starting to run out. We're going to put the thing here. I'm excited to see them adding back disasters and climate change. It's going to be interesting for sure. I really hope they don't just do like 2 or 3 expansions for this game. I really, really hope that they do like, they could do a continuous development cycle. I think Civilization is the sort of game that could benefit immensely from a Paradox style thing. If they would just keep releasing expansions for it, rather than following the old model they were doing, I think this could easily become not only the biggest turn-based strategy game in the world, but like ever. Ever. My god, none of you guys make any money. Japan makes a decent amount of money. Like, can you imagine if they just kept expanding on different areas of the game, like stuff like they added climate change and natural disasters, and then maybe they added... I don't think they will do that. Yeah, I don't think they'll do it either, because, you know, they're Firaxis and they have a model that they stick to and they never change. Which is, you know, it's whatever. Here's the thing. They could spend 3 or 4 years developing a $60 game, right? Or they could spend like 8 months developing a $20 expansion. I don't know. It makes sense to me. It would be cool, but they wouldn't. If they do it, I will eat my shoe. Maybe we should just start demanding it of them. Be like, hey, we want more expansions to this game. We want more. You didn't do enough. You did a lot, but we want more. Maybe they'll start listening. If the demand is there. I don't know, maybe it would work. I'm probably going to end the stream here in about 10 minutes, though. My voice is starting to get a little bit tired. Trader has been completed in here. We want to trade with France. Where is France? Let's trade with Kabul. It's worth more gold. Will you give me a friendship now? Okay, cool. How would you like to do a economic alliance? Germany, how would you like to do a cultural alliance? Should have extracted some money from him, but it's pretty good. Let's see. I heard they were going to listen to popular streamers for feedback. Will you do a video about it if they do? Yeah, okay, I will. You know what? I'm going to do a video about what I think civilization needs. And that's a promise, okay? I promise you I will make that video. I don't know when I'm going to make it, but I will make it. And it will try to cover everything that I think they could do to be improving the game and give the game longevity and make it successful. Deal? Deal. Shop here, finish the entertainment complex really quickly. Choose production in here. We will hold you to your words. I'm new and I just want to say I really enjoy your content. Keep it up, mate. Thank you so much, Stangolismus. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for saying that. Let me just quickly wrap this up. So I think we're gonna wrap this stream up here. I think we got, we're into like the home stretch, I would like to say. I'm gonna wrap this up here. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. I think they really need to reboot the religious game. I think there's a lot of areas where they could do a lot of work, and I'm gonna try to go through systematically and talk about all the different areas where I think they could improve the game. But I'm gonna call that an end to this stream. We are 4 points away from a golden age, and we have quite a bit of time left to get those 4 points. We will probably get a couple of great people that would help. Perhaps I could faith purchase this guy to make sure that I secure him, or gold purchase him or something. But yeah, I'm going to call that the end of this stream. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Please remember to follow me on Twitch. Don't forget I have a YouTube channel where all the VODs of these streams will be posted. If you missed any of the VODs, remember that you can also subscribe to me using Twitch Prime, which is basically free by just linking your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account.